Hey, this is Papa from StreetFighterTradingSystem.com. Alright, so today I am back not for the bootcamp but for the video playlist on level 99 Papa Ninja Scripting TradingView PineScript. So, on last episode, I was basically telling you guys how I basically try to use TradingView, and I created a document to show you the logic on how I will create automatically failed to legal pullback and so on. So the way I stopped last time, it was to find a way to basically draw impulse and retrace, right? So I finally found a way to do it, but the idea is that it's quite complex actually in TradingView because there is a lot of limitations. So the output is basically this. Okay, so as I said to you, what I will use is that I will use the stochastic. So stochastic parameter for the moment is 253, so 2 for smooth, K5, D3. And the idea was to look whenever a D cross above 50, okay, I will look at the highest point before it cross back below 50, okay. So it's basically what I've done. So for example, the green point that is here is the data is between is on the green zone, so above 50, and I check what is the highest point. So this is the first impulse. Okay, retrace, impulse, retrace. Okay, impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace, impulse. But one limitation of TradingView is that you can only have up to 50 label on this way, right? So because to be able to find the highest high within a zone, normally you can only use labels, okay? And the labels you can only draw 50. So I put the logic on how I code it over here, right? So you will see basically what logic I've done. So as I say, if the SMA is green, also what I'm searching for is if the simple moving average is green, then I will start counting impulse, right? But also another problem that I have now is I need to count impulse only if the high is higher than this one. But again, there are so many limitations on the TradingView PineScript language that it's gonna be hard to do, okay? So I decided to give up a little bit TradingView and start basically to look at NinjaScript. So I started on last Saturday and started to translate and look at the documentation and try to see if I can do it on basically NinjaScript, NinjaTrader, okay, C#. So the thing is this, guys, one of the problems that you might have is always when you learn a new language is where to start, okay? So first I'm going to show you the output that I have today. So basically I was able to translate 100% of what I did on TradingView and even better. So for now, basically, I'm able to point on the chart automatically. So all the failed to legged pullback, the Pikachus, the higher low, have the count and whatsoever, right? So I'm able to do it now in NinjaScript. But to get there, so it took me around 3 days, and also I asked to the community to help me a lot to backtest it. And also Patrick from Discord also kind of gave me some advice. And I saw some code also from Shad. But anyway, what I want to talk about today is not so much on the final output that I have, right? But it's to show you how on your side, if you want to get started, you can have the same output, okay? So the idea when you want to start a new language is that you shouldn't learn the language itself, meaning you shouldn't learn C# because C# is too wide, okay? What you need to do is to get a first example on what you need to understand, okay? So on TradingView, for example, the main parameter that you need to understand is how the bar index is working, okay? And how to launch your first script. So what I did is the first thing that I did to start is I checked basically if NinjaTrader had some videos tutorial on YouTube, and they did, okay? So the first video that I checked is this thing called NinjaScript Editor 401. So if you want to get started, I advise you to first take a look at this video, because he explains basically how you can create like a strategy that will manually, but it will output code automatically. Okay, so this will help you out. Then once I have seen this video, but the first thing was to have like the first project. Okay, so my first project was to understand how I can count the number of bars within NinjaTrader. So let's say I want to understand, this is the bar, how much out of all the chart that I loaded. Okay, how can I do that? Is it bar 50? This is bar 60, 70. So this was my first project, to output basically the number of bars number within a NinjaTrader. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to show you how I did it. So my first script was basically, you go inside NinjaTrader, you do new, and under new you have a NinjaScript editor. Okay, so once you have NinjaScript editor, you go under the folder indicator. So let's say we can call it, I don't know, let's create a new folder, and this folder we will call it level 99 NinjaScript. Okay, so add 99 NinjaScript. Within this folder, I'm going to create a new indicator. Okay, so once you create a new indicator, it shows you some wizard. So you say next, then you put a name. So let's call it my first script level 3. Okay, you can put a description, but no need. On bar close will be the calculation, overlay on price. Okay, so you do this and you do generate. Okay, so once you have done this, what it will do is that it will generate some automatic stuff that NinjaTrader need by default. Okay, so once you have this, the idea is that you need to understand what are the states. Okay, but to understand the states, as I said, I looked inside this NinjaScript editor 401 video that explained basically all the states. Okay, then once I understood the states, I understood that basically the where I need to write my code is here. And by the way, it's also written. Add your custom indicator logic here. Okay, so the first code that I want to do is to understand how to print, okay, the bar numbers on the chart. Okay, so first I need to create one chart. Okay, so let's say I'm going to take a chart. So new chart. Then I'm going to take, let's say, the ES. And I can take the ES in minute level. I think it's better when you test your script to take the minute, and I'll show you why. Okay, so basically I have the limit. I only need 1 day to backtest, okay, to test my script. And then the idea is to understand, basically, to put a count on each of the bars. Okay, so the first function that you need to understand is how to print something. Okay, so print something on the log, on the output. So you have something called NinjaScript output. Okay, so where is it? It's here. So I'm going to clean this up. What I want to do is to output not on the chart but on the console, basically what is happening. Okay, so first thing is that you need to understand the function on how to have the number of bars. Okay, so to have the bars, the function is called current bar. Okay, so if I do this, this will tell me what is the count number. Then let's say I want to print on the output the time at which the current bar is happening, so it's time 0. So basically this thing is to understand which bar are you talking about. Is it the current bar? If you put 1, is 1 bar ago. If you put 2, is 2 bars ago. Okay, so I want to understand at the time 0 what is the current bar. Okay, so current bar up. So if I do this, so first it's saying that I have an error, so to concatenate text is plus. Right, so Then I can compile my script. And then what will happen is that I go on my chart, I load my indicator. Okay. So my computer is lagging a little bit. So my first entry script, so it's under this folder, I apply. And now that I apply it, okay, what you should see on the output, you see over here, it said at so 2 p.m., 2 a.m., sorry, on the last bar, it's bar number, so 914, sorry, not 14 a.m., is bar 2982, okay, so 914 is here, 2942, 2943, so you can see it on the output over here, right? So now I'm able to see it on the print, but what I want is to now show it on the graph, right? So to be able to do this, I need basically to utilize a function to draw on the chart. So the function to draw on the chart, basically if you want to understand a function, you go under the documentation of NinjaTrader and you will search for basically what is the function to draw text. And the function to draw text is draw.text. Okay, so you take the example and what you want to do is to then go back into your script, okay, and then put draw.text as an example. So what we want to do is to print all this on every single bar. So we're going to put plus current bar, and then what do I want to draw? I want to draw the number of the bar, but since the bar is an integer, okay, I need to transform it into string. Okay, so I have a toString function over here. Then I want to print it on the current bar, and I want to put it on the low of the bar. Okay, so plus, let's say 3. Okay, so if I do this, let's check, we compile, and then we check on our script what it is doing. Okay, so we reload the JavaScript. So you can see it's computing. You don't see it on my screen because it's in black color. So what you can do is also within the draw.text, you can change the color. So here it was brushes.black, we want to put it as white. Okay, so you compile. Then you load it again. Okay, so you can see that here you have the number, but unfortunately it's overlapping because you have this bar, it's over here, so on the top, this bar is over here, so the numbers overlapping. So what you can do next, okay, now that you understand the bar index, okay, the idea is to now try to see, okay, maybe if it's an odd number, you print it on the below the bar. If it's not an odd number, you even number, you print it on the top, right? So how can you do this? You can basically create a script with a modulo, right? So basically if the modulo of the script is, so I'm just going to copy paste what I've done before, but basically the idea is to create a modulo where if the price is even, so if I divide the bar by modulo 2 and it returns 0, then it will print it on the high of the bar. If the modulo is equal to 1, I will print it on the below the bar. Okay, so normally actually it's reverse. It should be odd and even, but anyway. So what I do is that I then execute the script. Okay, so yeah, I can put brushes dot white to have the color as white. Okay. features. Black. Okay. So sorry, white or orange. So offset doesn't exist, yeah. So I'm gonna put 3, and then I'm gonna put 3. Okay. So it compiled. Now let's take a look at our output. So as you see, when it's even, it's on the top. When it's odd, it's on the bottom, right? And you have the bar index. So now that you have this, actually, you can do every single thing. Once you understand first how to get the bar index, then how to get, let's say, if I'm on this bar, how to get the previous one, it will be the syntax where you have brackets and 1, right? So here, this is to say the current bar. If I put 1 bar ago, 2 bars ago. Once you have this, you can pretty much nail every single logic, okay? So you can start over here. What I advise you is, again, so first take a look into the logic that I have done to count failed two-legged pullback within PineScript. I've given you the entire code, so you should see what's happening. Okay, over here. Then once you understand the logic, so to find pivot, to understand how to reset and so on, you will be able to basically understand the logic. Once you understand the logic, if you want to transition, my number one advice is to first look at NinjaScript Editor 401. I think it's a very good video where someone who worked at NinjaTrader explained how you can build basically strategy and indicator. Once this is done, the next step is open the NinjaScript documentation and try to first do a simple script where you output the bar numbers, okay? Once you output the bar numbers, you can move forward, and then you can also look at other scripts, right? So for example, me, I look at some other scripts that other people has been doing that are open source. I look inside the code and try to understand it, okay? And then by building my own logic, after 3 days only, 4 days, you see that I was able to do this. So I think that it's not very complicated. If I was able to do it in 4 days, I think anyone can do it. Okay, so because as I said, the idea is that I had the logic inside TradingView PineScript, and once I had the logic, the only thing I had to do is to translate my logic of PineScript into NinjaTrader. Okay, so I hope that this video was useful. I hope that you will also try on your own to kind of build some simple script. Maybe the next one, on the next video, I will show you how to basically find pivot lows. Okay, so pivot lows and pivot highs, so that you can start doing A, B, C, D, E counts. Okay, so this was Papa from StreetFighterTradingSystem.com. I'll see you on the next video.